Hello, friends, and welcome to One Saturday Morning. I'm Derek Dukes. Kicking off one Saturday morning, Paul Ryan says no. In the event of a contested convention, Paul Ryan has emphatically said he's not going to run and he's going to let the people who are currently running or did run go for the vacant seat. Here's a full statement courtesy of the PBS NewsHour. Take a look.
Afternoon. I just returned from a week-long trip to the Middle East to meet with our allies and our partners there. We had some important conversations about ISIS, the security threat in that region, and those around the world. But I'll tell you, it is really amazing how our politics is followed so closely overseas. I was asked about it everywhere I went. I'm also aware that while I was overseas, there was more speculation that someone other than the current candidates will emerge as our party's nominee. I want to put this to rest once and for all. As you know, I have stayed out of this race, and I have remained neutral. As chairman of the Republican convention, my job is to ensure that there is integrity in the process, that the rules are followed by the rule book. That means it is not my job to tell delegates what they should do. But I've got a message to relay today. We have too much work to do in the House to allow this speculation to swirl or to have my motivations questioned. So let me be clear. I do not want, nor will I accept the nomination for our party. So let me speak directly to the delegates on this. If no candidate has a majority on the first ballot, I believe that you should only choose from a person who has actually participated in the primary. Count me out. I simply believe that if you want to be the nominee for our party, to be the president, you should actually run for it. I chose not to do this. Therefore, I should not be considered, period, end of story. I just think it would be wrong to go any other way. So let me say again, I am not going to be our party's nominee. But I'll also be clear about something else. Not running does not mean I'm going to disappear. When I accepted this speakership, I did so on the condition that I would do things differently than they had been done in the past. For one, I made it clear that this would be a policy and communications-focused speakership. And secondly, I made clear last year in 2015, before the primaries even started, that we would be putting together a policy agenda and offer a clear choice to the American people. That's what I told my colleagues I would do, and that is exactly what I have been doing. Look, there is a big debate going on right now. It's about what kind of country we're going to be. As Speaker of the House, I believe that I have not just an opportunity, but an obligation to advance that debate. As I've talked about this before, politics today, it tends to drift toward personality contests, not policy contests. Insults get ink more than ideas. But we still owe it to the country to show what we would do if given a mandate from the people. We have an obligation to give a clear picture, a clear choice, to talk about solutions. That's why I've been giving speeches. That is why I've been communicating a vision for what our party and our country can be. And that is why I'm going to continue doing just that. I believe we can once again be an optimistic party that is defined by our belief in the limitless possibility of our people. We want a party defined by solutions, by being on the side of the people. We want to take our principles and apply them to the problems of the day. Embrace free enterprise and reject cronyism. Promote upward mobility. Provide solutions to those who are stuck in fighting poverty. Offer a tax code that rewards work, not the well-connected. A strong and focused military. A healthcare system that promotes choice and flexibility. A secure border. A government that allows people to fulfill their American idea. You know this great idea that the condition of your birth doesn't determine the outcome of your life? That's the kind of an agenda we are building right now. And that is the kind of an agenda that we are going to be releasing in the next few months. This job provides a platform to communicate a conservative vision for our country. And I am intent on using it. And I am intent on using this platform not for me, but for my House colleagues and for those who believe that conservatism holds the keys to a confident America. This is a critical role that has to be played, and I am in a position to play that role, to prepare for the fall campaign with our eventual nominee that gives a clear and compelling choice to our fellow citizens so that we can earn the mandate we need to get things right, to fix our problems, and to get our country back on track. Thank you.
Ryan, a lot of people said, hey, this is exactly what he said about becoming speaker, and then he ended up taking the job. What do you say to people that are continuously skeptical of you and said, you're just going to back into this?
Apples and oranges. Luke, those are apples and oranges. Being Speaker of the House is a far cry from being President of the United States, specifically because I was already in the House. I'm already a congressman. So I was asked by my colleagues to take a responsibility within Congress that I've already been serving in from the one that I had. That is entirely different than getting the nomination for President of the United States by your party without even running for the job. So completely non sequitur comparison in my book.
Speaker Ryan, there's a two-part question here. So what happens if this goes to a second ballot since you're in charge? And what happens? Who prevents then, you as the chair of the convention, from somebody from the floor and you're adhering to the rule book, put your name?
I will not allow my name. I am opposed to my name being put in place. And I would look, the Rules Committee, let me ask you your second question. The Rules Committee, which is assembled by the delegates, will decide what the rules are. But I would encourage those delegates to put in place a rule that says you can only nominate someone who actually ran for the job.
So does that mean that you think that only the three candidates who remain?
I'll leave it up to the delegates at the Rules Committee to decide that. I just think, honestly, I really believe if you want to be president, you should run for president. And when we select a nominee, we should be selecting among people who actually ran for the job. I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
As the race for 270 hits up, the race for 270 hits New York City, where current front-runner Donald Trump is meeting with 755 delegates. Ted Cruz has 545 delegates, and John Kasich has 143 delegates. Now, on the Democrat side, Clinton has 1,758, and Bernie Sanders has 1,069. Now, note, the two current frontrunners are bred or established in New York City since Donald Trump has businesses in New York City, and Senator Hillary Clinton had represented the state many years ago. Now, in the world of sports, Kobe Bryant celebrated his final game as a Laker by shooting 60 points. 60. Unreal, right? So here's the full report from CBS this morning. Take a look.
I got another wow for you. Kobe Bryant capped off a legendary NBA career with a remarkable farewell performance.
Please put your hands together for Kobe Bryant.
Fans greeted the Lakers guard last night with cheers one final time. He put up, listen to this number, 60 points in his last NBA game. Allie LaForce of CBS Sports was at the game. She's outside Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Allie, lucky you. Wish I could have been there. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Gail. It was quite a show, I'll tell you that. It's amazing to think that nearly 5 months ago, Kobe Bryant announced that this season would be his last. It has been a farewell tour full of ups and downs, emotionally and physically, for Kobe Bryant, but nothing compared to last night, his last night in Laker purple and gold. And he did not disappoint.
Bryant on the move with the jumper.
If this was a retirement party, no one told Kobe Bryant.
Going to the basket. Kobe Bryant!
Playing with kids nearly half his age, the 37-year-old treated fans to a victory with a throwback performance, the kind they've grown accustomed to over the years.
60.
Bryant dropped 60 points on 50 shots, blowing the roof off a packed Staples Center and giving the Lakers faithful one final glimpse of a basketball icon.
He is not only a great and unbelievable sports icon, but also he's the greatest to wear the purple and gold.
The tributes were memorable and the arena overflowing with star power.
Why was it important for you to be here today?
To say goodbye to him.
All on hand to witness the end of an era.
My heart and soul. I mean, I gave everything I possibly could to the game. That's why I'm so comfortable walking away from it. I mean, I bared my soul to this game.
It's just a marvel.
But after 20 seasons and 5 world championships, all with the Lakers, Bryant knew it was time to say goodbye. Kobe, at what moment were you most emotional tonight? When did it really take you over?
There were a lot of points there where I started getting emotional. When we first ran out of the tunnel, and you catch it, I catch myself. Like, okay, I'm putting on my jersey. I'm saying, okay, this is the last time we're gonna put on a jersey. Well, where else you gonna go?
Bryant's career was forged in the ashes of the Jordan era, and he modeled his game off of his mentor, the iconic fadeaway jumper, the unrivaled will to win, and the game-winning buzzer beaters.
Tonight was the most amazing display of Hollywood and heart and goodbye and farewell. This was his gift to the city. The city came to give him a gift, and instead, he gave us the gift.
One of my favorite things that he said after the game was now his kids got a chance to see how he used to play, and he does not have to tell them to look it up on YouTube any longer. Nora?
Oh, Allie, that is so awesome.
Great.
What a way to go out.
Magic Johnson called it the greatest final performance he's ever seen in sports. And to see the reaction from everybody there, from Jay-Z to Jack, was really fantastic.
Really awesome.
Go Kobe.
And now this.
It's August 20th, 2013.
From daily news on the hour to nightly current affairs.
We are here to tell the story the way it happens as it happens.
We're here to report on issues that matter to America and the world beyond.
I'm Antonio Mora.
And I'm Rochelle Carey.
And this is Al Jazeera America.
Welcome to Al Jazeera America, a new channel from one of the world's biggest and fastest growing media networks, creating original American programming from New York to San Francisco. With a rich mix of content from home and around the world, Al Jazeera America's journalistic integrity knows no borders, delivering broadcast excellence across news, documentary, and current affairs.
She agreed to give his entire medical files to Al Jazeera for this exclusive investigation.
Those are his clothes that the paramedics cut off him.
It is really effective. And in fact, viewership of Al Jazeera is going up in the United States because it's real news.
We will connect the world to America and Americans to the world.
What Al Jazeera has done is achieve something that all of us, I think, want to achieve, and that is to make a contribution.
In an era of consolidation, Al Jazeera is expanding, investing in a network of bureaus across the United States, engaging our audience with real stories about real people in the real world.
It's here, suburbs, that will decide this election.
As this South Korean phenomenon soars, will its shady underside make this a one-hit wonder?
This is the kind of thing that people all across these mountains are having to deal with.
Welcome to Al Jazeera America.
Hey, welcome to Syria. Al Jazeera Media Network has come across the world and across America to create a diverse news reporting team dedicated to providing a broader and deeper perspective on America's stories.
With 70 news bureaus worldwide and a proven track record as demonstrated by many prestigious awards, Al Jazeera is bringing its resources and reputation for integrity to America.
I'm media, guys. I'm media. Isn't that enough?
Starting in 1996 with Al Jazeera News, expanding in 2006 with Al Jazeera English, and now in August of 2013, the time has come for Al Jazeera America.
Some have heard of Al Jazeera, while others haven't.
I'm always amazed at how American-centric the news is here, and I'm not sure that it's always the same in other countries.
We don't always feel like we're getting fed the truth and the whole story.
If the news cared more about the communities, I think it would help everyone.
I feel that actually there's a lot of homogeneity, sameness of opinion in the news.
To create this truly American network, we have established 12 news bureaus between Washington, D.C. and San Francisco.
We have roamed the nation and asked Americans for their honest opinions.
Some days it's CBS's day, NBC's day, but I'm a Fox. I love Fox, but I look at Fox and then go somewhere else.
Everyone had something to say.
I think we're getting a lot of what we need, but there's always more news out there.
The clip that you're seeing there was Al Jazeera America's first day out there with Ontario Mora and Rachel Carey introducing the new network that had no-nonsense, hard news-based journalism with an international flavor. Now, note earlier this week, the network closed for good, citing the changes in the economic landscape. So we're ending this edition of One Saturday Morning with Al Jazeera saying goodbye. I'm Dara Dukes, and until we meet again, friends, stay gold, and we see you next time on One Saturday Morning.
And so that is it for us here at Al Jazeera America. There are literally hundreds of people here in New York, as well as across the country and around the world, whose mission has been to give you the very best journalism.
From our first moments on the air when Rochelle and I welcomed you on August 20th of 2013, we've tried to bring you the stories that other news organizations don't. And we hope we have lived up to our promise to be the voice of the voiceless and to speak truth to power.
To those of you who have supported us on air and online, we thank you for allowing us to tell your stories.
Good night and goodbye.